What is going on, everybody?
Hello.
It is Picker Parties here, and welcome back to Paranormasight, the Mermaid's Curse. When we left off,
We met a CEO.
we did meet a CEO, a very strange, totally not suspicious man at all. That has a fascination for mermaids as well. What a coinky dink, huh? But we're helped to get us to hire an divers. We
Explored the map.
We had the treasure map that we had from the mermaid mummy. Went into the depths of the sea. Well, an diver went in the depths of the sea. They're kind of. We'll
They're
find out what's
missing.
going on with them.
I think she's that mermaid
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we found a box. We solved the puzzle, and now we're gonna see what's inside.
I'm scared.
Let's see. What is this?
Oh, great.
Some kind of small wooden carving?
That's a curse stone. Isn't that what they were called?
Yeah, or they can be cursed stones. I think there's also cursed talismans. It's a cursed object.
Oh? Curse stone, yeah.
Yep.
Curse of the Forsaken Fish.
Which is the one that our psychic, who I can't remember because it's been a while since we played as her, talked about when we found the body. Because this is the one that turns them into the monstrous versions of mermaids and not the beautiful ones of tail.
Well, they're all of tail.
Well, I do. Something came out. Yikes! What is this? Make it stop.
Oh, God.
I want to go.
Terrible pain. It hurts.
A deep and painful, resentful memories invaded my mind. Drift forever. It'll do as be as fish perish. Do you want to be that tutorial voice?
You have acquired the Curse of the Forsaken Fish curse stone. You can use it to turn people into fish and kill them when they're submerged in the water of Issei Bay. It can even be used at a distance, provided the target meets the requirements. Press the use curse button when you wish to use the curse.
Jesus. All right. This, once again,
This is gonna be flashbacks.
it thankfully, it reaffirms the fact that there are things that can be used from a long, long ways away because there are requirements that are needed for curses to go off. Because I'm trying to still tie things towards what happened on the island and all the weird stuff going on. The fact that you don't have to be there in front of them. You can do it from the entire other side of the island while hiding to protect yourself from things.
It's when they're submerged. It means when they're underwater.
Yeah. This is a different one from the other
That explains
thing.
why the diver got.
But then the question is, what set off the curse if it was in the box when that, or unless
Because
that was the curse just acting on its own?
Because it was emitting the energy, and it wasn't safe to touch until Cersei did something.
Yeah.
So, that's... But now we can control it, instead of it just being willy-nilly, I suppose.
Oh boy! Curse of the Forsaken Fish.
Can I say, that's a pretty sick design.
It really is. A curse born from the final moments of Hayase, a mermaid brutally tortured to death by humans on Taishima around 400 years ago.
Oh, it's Hayase, one of the three mermaids.
Yeah. I wonder if at least one of the other stones, probably the Raging Waves, must be one of the other mermaids that was there. The curse has the power to kill any human submerged in the waters of Issei Bay, curse turning them into fish starting from their feet. However, the excruciating pain suffered during the transformation often results in them dying before the metamorphosis is complete.
Damn.
Oh, okay. The bodies of those who succumb to the curse decay almost instantly, shriveling up into desiccated, fibrous masses. The curse can also be triggered remotely, provided the curse bearer knows the victim's exact location.
Interesting.
So that's the specific part there. You have to know exactly where they are, and then you can do it.
Yeah.
Mermaids inherently possess the ability to turn humans into fish at will. The curse of the Forsaken Fish is the result of that ability being turned into a conditional curse and sealed within a cursed stone.
Well, damn.
So the reason that they become quote-unquote turning into mermaids is they're being turned into fish, but they die before their head can be fully taken over.
That's why she was fish from or human from the arms up.
Yeah.
But then...
Right, I think this helps the differentiation between the immortal mermaids and, as Avi likes to say, the fish mermaids.
Mm-hmm.
That
The
are
human
mostly
mermaids
fish.
and the fish mermaids are the terms that he uses.
Yeah. The fish mermaids can be confirmed all due to the curse of the Forsaken Fish.
Mm-hmm.
Without just hearsay at
Even
this
though
point.
those usually die, so.
Well, the point is that it's always the corpses that wash up and are found of those.
I guess the drawings are what they think when they're alive.
Or they probably, when they die and instantly shrivel up and desiccate, they probably have a expression on their face when they get mummified instantly. But what the hell was that?
I'm not certain. But I believe we may have just acquired a cursed tool known as a curse stone. However, they are rarely possessed by such powerful curse echoes. How lucky.
If you truly are congratulating me, then I'll happily celebrate with you. But can I ask you something first?
Of course.
Am I cursed? Am I going to die?
No, you can just kill other people now. I wouldn't say you are cursed per se. There was a similar case in Tokyo last year.
Hold on for a minute. I cannot think straight. This is far too overwhelming.
So that confirms it. It was a year, or at least around a year ago.
Yeah.
That the first game took place.
An incredible amount of information flooded my mind just now. I need a moment to settle before I can take in anything else.
You must mean the resentful memory held by the curse. It's a phenomenon wherein the events leading up to the curse forming are passed on to the curse bearer so that it's a gradual spread. Oh, and curse bearer refers to someone who is haunted by a curse echo and thus able to use the curse.
Stop, I already told you I can't take any new information. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Curse echoes, I mean, it's stuff that we mostly understand
Curse
from the last
echoes are
game.
the things that you see.
Manifestation is fundamentally related to the origin of the curse, but they not always take the same shape. Some appearing in a more abstract or disfigured form instead. Like spirits are manifested illusions and as such have no consciousness of their own. A person affected by a curse has the curse echo called a curse bearer. Even among curses, a curse that contains a curse echo should be considered very powerful in and of itself. Ordinarily, those with no spirit sense would not be able to perceive a curse echo, but such individuals who become curse bearers by becoming in possession of curse stone and some other means can seek other curse echoes. Good stuff. I think I just learned why Taishima sunk 400 years ago. Let me sort all that out first.
Really? Tell me.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Yeah, he just had to
Brain blast.
projected the feelings of a mermaid tortured to death into his brain.
Yeah?
And see it.
Mm-hmm.
Poor guy. He's handling it surprisingly well.
Thank you for investigating the situation for me. I was involved in an accident many years ago, so I can't bring myself to go out to sea anymore. You've been a tremendous help.
Is it bad that I thought, push him in the water and use it?
Maybe, just maybe, we still can use it because he's someone that has touched the water out there before.
No, they have to be submerged. Remember? I tried pointing that out to you when we were reading it because I knew your brain would go to your theory. And I said that's why the diver got. Any human submerged in the waters of Issei Bay.
Okay.
I told you, that's why I said push him in.
I'm sorry to hear that. We actually got our hands on something quite valuable, so we owe you thanks as well. That's great. I'd love to hear more about what you discovered if you don't mind. Of course. I'll just tell you everything.
But that means their entire body has to be under the surface of the water for it to work.
Currently at the mouth of the Kamo River. There's a residential area further upstream. Seems Mr. Ikimo had just arrived in Toba, so we managed to meet up without any problems. Any stickers hiding around over here? Huh?
I wonder how long it's been in there. 'Cause like...
That is the question, huh?
It was very rusted.
Yeah. Even when a curse fell into our lap, she managed to remain calm. Only a consummate professional like her could be so cool and collected with all that's happening.
Well, that's happened.
Happened and happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Happenstance. All right.
He's tall.
Yeah.
Will he believe us if we suddenly start talking about curses?
Can we just not bring it up?
You think you can explain it all without bringing them up?
Well, we'll see how far we get. He may look scary, but his demeanor is surprisingly gentle and kind. He's a very polite young man. People like him tend to be misunderstood because they're a little awkward. You must struggle with that kind of thing a lot.
Or is he just misunderstood?
The diver I hired to perform the search was a Nama diver living in Toba City by the name of Tamatebako Suma, which I believe was one of the people that was found in... right? That name does sound familiar. And I think that was one of the ones that was found by our police investigation crew.
Yeah.
I thought there was no way we could pull off the search, but that's when she agreed to take on my request. I feel terrible about what happened. I can only hope that she's still out there somewhere unharmed. She had no way of knowing how dangerous this job was. Please, I'm the one that sent her out there. If there's blame to take, it is mine. But still, what exactly happened out there?
God, his side profile is so Higuruma adjacent.
Oh my God.
Am I wrong?
I suppose not.
If you give him a haircut.
About that. Let's start with the metal box the Amadiver found. Please do. Nothing else about the Amadiver yet? Appears Miss Suma decided to take on the commission alone and set out to sea by herself. Perhaps things would have ended differently if there had been a boatman with her.
Also, she didn't even have anyone on the boat when she went in.
Yeah, just a lone diver.
That's not safe.
So basically, this is the wooden carving we found inside the metal box. I see, so your map indicated the location of this wooden carving. We believe so? The question is why? Why go all the way to not just hide it, but to conceal the map in a mermaid mummy? How very intriguing. I suppose a carving like that would have had some value back in the day, but to go through all the effort to preserve it like this. I believe what was preserved was not the carving itself, but the mermaid's memory that was stored inside the curse. Dun, dun,
He
dun.
straight up said, let's see how far we can go without bringing it up.
A curse? Dun dun. What now? That's right. In other words, the one who made that box entrusted it with the message, and we are the recipients. Please calm down. I'm feeling quite lost.
I know you're quite excited, but I think we have no choice but to start explaining the curse.
That's right. It's curse chit-chat time. You may be a bit too rational to believe what I'm about to tell you, Mr. Ikoma. Even so, I ask that you try your best. Huh? If you're ready to hear it, I'm ready to say it. Come, give me the answer next to 3 seconds. 3? I'm prepared. Please just tell me.
Oh my god.
Will that ruin the fun? I see. So the Taishima mermaid known as Hayase was killed by raiders. The hatred she left behind became a curse that entered this wooden carving. You, Avi, have inherited her curse in addition to information from 400 years ago in the form of a resentful memory.
You absorbed all of that quite efficiently. I'm impressed.
It's like I know it firsthand. What? This is actually not the first time I've heard of what can happen if one touches a curse stone. Oh? Yes, but let's save that conversation for later.
No. Let's have it now.
More importantly, you know what actually went down on Taishima 400 years ago. That's right. I know the truth. All of it. What happened, what didn't, I know it.
From the memories, I guess.
You seem a bit frazzled. Do you need more time to collect your thoughts? There's no need to worry. I'm prepared, but it will take some time. It will take some time to explain.
Oh boy.
Do we want to talk about the Amadiver yet on that one? But okay, not yet. The box. That reminds me, I meant to ask about...
Nope.
That reminds me, I meant to ask about the metal box. If it's been lying on the seabed for 400 years, how come it wasn't discovered until now?
It was small. It was most likely sealed inside a rock or something until a few months ago.
So it was sealed away until a certain amount of time had passed?
Now, I believe the box's unsealing may have been triggered by something.
Like an earthquake.
Yes! That's what I was thinking. I didn't get to say it before you did, though.
My bad. It's time to reveal what truly happened 400 years ago to Taishima and the mermaids.
Yes, please do. Oh,
Please, do tell.
God, I'm sharing.
Hold on while I have some G Fuel because it was going to be going off for like 15 minutes straight.
Now it's your turn. It's your turn now. Your turn to dive.
Oh boy. Ready for the show? Give me my spotlight. Thank you. Around 400 years ago, the area of Shima province, which included Taishima, was governed by the Kuki clan. I like to call them the Cuckoo clan.
No.
The leader of the clan at the time was Sumitaka, and it was his duty to protect the secret of the 3 mermaids living on Taishima. That must have been Sobe, Nagame, and Hayase. However, the legend that eating mermaid flesh could grant immortal life was well known, so he secretly hid them on Taishima so no one would learn about their existence. It appears Sumitaka thought of the mermaids as a sacred or divine existence. The thought of seeking immortality for himself likely never crossed his mind. The land where the mermaids lived was a sanctuary that he fiercely protected at all cost. In other words, Taishima was an island where people worshipped the mermaids in secret. Indeed, it meant that people living on the island were not simple commoners, but gods tasked with protecting this sanctuary and its mermaids.
Interesting.
Sumitaka was so dedicated to keeping the mermaids secret that he kept the existence of Taishima out of historical records. The public believed the island was entirely uninhabited. I see, by keeping its existence hidden, he was able to keep the mermaids safe. However, a vassal of Sumitaka's uncle Yoshitaka learned about the mermaids on Taishima. He passed this information on to Yoshitaka, who believed obtaining immortality was a must to rise to the top of an era that was often plagued by war.
Yoshi's Island.
God damn it. He commanded his vassal to lead his army to Taishima and do whatever he had to return with the flesh of a mermaid. Sumitaka and those on the island resisted, but the invading army was far too powerful. The island was swiftly overrun.
Oh boy.
Ultimately, Hayase was captured and brought before the vassal. The vassal tortured her, demanding she grant him the power of immortality. But Hayase did not yield, even to the most hellish torments. She screamed and cursed with despair and anger until her dying breath.
Damn, that's horrible.
The hatred Hayase felt at that moment of her death led to this creation of the curse of the forsaken fish. And that is what I learned from the resentful memory inside the cursed stone. But to be honest, that is only half. Half of what? Half of the memories. The other half is the memories of the one who left behind the metal box. Namely, the story of how the curse of the forsaken fish became a cursed stone. Is it time for Act 2 of my story now? So I needed a break there. Having failed to obtain immortality, the vessel flew into a rage.
He paused for dramatic effect.
Yeah, go get your popcorn. He had all inhabitants of Taishima slaughtered as revenge for keeping this secret.
This guy was the worst.
Finally, he continued his advance into the sanctuary. The islanders had protected town down to the last man. There, he destroyed its shrine. What irony that he came so close to the secret he'd been so desperate to find. Are you saying the other 2 mermaids were still in the sanctuary? No, they had already fled Taishima. Actually, there were 2 other survivors. Sumitaki's adopted daughter, Princess Hatsune Miku, also escaped the chaos of the invasion unscathed. There was one other islander who managed to survive as well, taking with him the treasure the mermaids had protected. The mermaid's treasure. This may shed some light on the descendant you spoke of earlier. Of course, she must be a descendant of the man that escaped that day. We know now that she was correct when she spoke of 3 mermaids living on Taishima. So we do. Putting descendants aside for now, it was 400 years ago. So...
You think Bunkin?
Could our initial thought on this be that... Because the thing that throws it into a bit of... is that there's Princess Hatsune, and then there was another islander, a man, that took the treasure the mermaids had protected. Because that treasure, I would lead to believe, be that treasure that Yuza's mom and that family, like, Granny had been keeping secret on the island for a long time. Because like, it's about time we show you something. I was going to throw out the potential thought that Yuza's mother could have been Princess Hatsune. Or is one of the mermaids that left and fled.
I don't think she is Princess Hatsune, because that's, you know, she'd be dead.
Well, I mean...
But she wasn't immortal or anything. She was a normal person.
Unless something happened afterwards. But I'm just trying to throw things out there. Taking all the things that are there. But I definitely believe the treasure that the family has is that treasure that's used to protect mermaids. Which does lead us to believe that how much does the family know, such as Tsuyu, well, she obviously knows fucking a lot, and Yuza's mom, whose name I can't remember, but they are tied to
Mare?
the treasure that's to protect them. Was it Mare?
Yeah. Spelled mare.
Yeah. The Vassals' invasion and
In
destruction of the sanctuary was like a trigger. As a reaction to the sanctuary's fate and their own ill-deserved deaths, the sorrow and hatred of the islanders swirled together and formed into the curse of the raging waves, a natural disaster that shook the heavens when it descended upon Taishima.
Gasp. That was you, but
Yeah. The curse bombarded Taishima with violent winds, earthquakes, and thunder. Then in a final act to protect Taishima's lost sanctuary, they sank it into the sea to destroy all evidence of it ever existing. They destroyed it? The small island of Taishima sunk swiftly under the waves. The Vassal and all his men were, of course, all killed thanks to the curse. That's the first bit of emotion we've seen out of him.
Yeah.
Because the island disappeared. But one problem remained. That wasn't the end of it.
That was obviously Curse of the Raging Waves. Do you think that's the treasure? Used to protect the mermaids is Curse of the Raging Waves? Because, like, mermaids, you know, they can live in the ocean, so if it destroys land, that's no detriment to them.
It could be. Let me see the words to see, because we did kind of interrupt ourselves there for a moment.
Oh wait, he straight up says Curse of the Raging Waves.
Yeah, he says that, but that is different because the treasure was something that was removed from the island.
They doesn't protect the mermaids. The mermaids protect the treasure. I think you.
Well, no. Because from when the two surviving mermaids fled Taishima, they escaped. So they were there. There were two other survivors that aren't related to the mermaids that left the island. One of them was Princess Hatsune, and the other was an islander that took a treasure that the mermaids were already protecting.
Yeah, but you said the treasure protects the mermaids.
Well, I'm talking about the family treasure that they have. Because Yusa's family has a treasure they were going to be revealed before Sui got sliced down.
Yeah, I know, but I don't remember anywhere saying that there was a treasure that specifically protects mermaids. I don't know where you got that from. Because there's a treasure that they were protecting, but there's no treasure that protects the mermaids.
I wonder if I misspoke, because I actually don't remember saying anything about it. Maybe I misspoke from the thing over here.
You must have, because you said treasure that protects mermaids.
I just meant that maybe I misspoke, but the treasure that the mermaids, the treasure from this part, this is the one that Yusa's family has.
I think your brain scrambled that sentence.
Maybe, yeah.
Which totally threw me off.
There's a lot of words. There's a lot of words right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he is even more.
That's a great way to describe this game. A lot of words.
Taishima was destroyed by the natural disasters caused by the curse of the raging waves. But the calamity continued for many days. It must have seemed as though it would never end.
Many days, damn.
I can't imagine how terrifying it must have been. Sumitaka even sought out a famous Onmyoji to dispel the curse, but he was unsuccessful. The curse would eventually sink to the bottom of the sea alongside the sanctuary and be sealed there. Only then did the calamity end. Yet it appears this curse was so powerful that it required a sacrifice to be truly sealed. A sacrifice?
And that's what they want to use Sato for.
Yeah.
To prevent it again.
Not just any sacrifice, but a living one. Princess Hasune offered herself up to be that sacrifice. You said she was Sumitaka's adopted daughter, yes? And that she lived on Taishima? Oh god, excuse me.
That appears to be the case. Sumitaka was evidently so taken with her that he decided to adopt her. The rumor that she threw herself down a well was likely spread to cover up the real cause of her death.
So Princess Hatsune was actually sacrificed. The seal would hold for 400 years.
That's right, because they were like, surely that seems anticlimactic for her to unalive herself like that, and then that's why.
They must have hoped that the curse itself would fade during that time too.
Hold for 400 years.
However, The curse of the forsaken fish created by Hayase also continued to linger in the same place. So the Onmyoji sealed it inside the wooden carving, turning it into a curse stone. Then the same Onmyoji, knowing that the seal would only last 400 years, stored his memories within the curse stone to pass on this information.
He wished to pass down his knowledge for others to use in the event the curse outlasted the 400-year lifespan of the seal. He left behind instructions on how to completely dispel the curse of the raging waves.
Indeed. I've compiled it all in my files!
Ooh.
Oh boy. Okay,
How to do it.
Yeah, how to break the curse of the raging waves.
Which apparently happened, 5 years ago? They called it, a maritime disaster, but they're pretty sure that was the curse.
Well,
right?
That's when... So... Well, that is when the curse of the raging waves struck again.
So that must have been like the next 400 years passed.
Yeah, that's when the 400-year seal broke free and happened. So let's see the exact verbiage that we have on this to see if there's any trigger effects so that we can help. This will help give us ideas on what's going on here. The raging waves, a curse that causes an outbreak of turbulent waves and violent storms within the seas around Kameshima. It's said that the curse was born from a resentment of the former residents of Taishima, an island once located on the south of Kameshima after someone brought about its destruction. Whoa!
Careful.
Some believe the several disasters have been struck by Kameshima in the past were actually caused by this curse in some manner, including the Kameshima South Sea disaster. I think we've actually read some of these before. The person accused of bringing curse to Kameshima was called the Raging Waves Curse Bearer and was shunned by the island's inhabitants. In truth, the curse has been perpetually active ever since its inception. The sacrifice offered 400 years ago merely served to seal the source of the calamity during this time. It is believed that Mari Minakuchi attempted to lift the curse once and for all, only for her failure to give rise to the disaster 5 years ago.
Interesting.
So she was actually trying to...
lift it.
Destroy it, but...
Yeah, lift, destroy, same thing.
In the event that the curse did not fade during the 400 years it was sealed, the Onmyoji originally responsible for sealing the curse left behind a plan to dispel it. It was his belief that the curse's power would have weakened enough by that point that performing the following steps would be enough to lift the curse completely.
Ooh, can I read this?
Yeah.
First, thou must unbind my seal risen from the depths with the iron box. Second, thou must offer the still-tide mirror bequeathed by the sacrifice to the sanctuary. Third, let those who share blood with the lost souls of Taishima be the ones to offer appeasement.
Okay.
In other words, a descendant needs to, I'm assuming, sacrifice themselves.
Yes. Okay, so first thou must unbind my seal risen from the depths with the iron box.
So that's what we found. Because it was in a rusted metal box.
Yeah.
Risen from the depths.
Okay. So I think I'm just getting a little confused here because they're putting this on the Curse of the Raging Waves part. But it's from the fish one that this is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Is that actually a requirement, or is it just the fact that this is where the information comes from? Because the thing that I'm trying to figure out...
Well, it says performing the following steps would be enough to lift the curse completely. First this, and then second, and then third.
Because the thing that I'm being thrown off here is how did Mare have the idea to try and lift the curse? Was her attempt something entirely different, or did she have knowledge of what happened here to be able to try and make an attempt on it?
I don't know.
And then second, I must offer
we don't
the
know that.
still-tide mirror bequeathed by the sacrifice of this. What is fucking... I don't know.
Why does still-tide mirror sound familiar?
I mean, I don't think we know anything about the still-tide mirror. The only thing that stands out is the mirror from that, like, everyone was being given by Kikuko.
The little souvenirs.
That's the only mirror that we've had so far that went on. But the still-tide mirror sounds even in, it's capitalized. And
I know.
made a
I'm just
proper
saying
noun.
the term still-tide mirror sounds familiar to me for some reason.
Second, they must offer the still-tide mirror bequeathed by the sacrifice. What does bequeathed mean again?
Given.
Exactly. Given by the sacrifice to the sanctuary. And then third, let those who share blood with
Like,
the
you know,
lost
I
souls of Taishima
bequeath
be the
this
ones.
onto you. Like, it's a fancy word for given, basically.
Yeah.
By the sacrifice to the sanctuary. So the sacrifice gives the still-tide mirror to the sanctuary, but you have to offer said still-tide mirror. So I guess you have to go to the sanctuary to get it, and then offer it in this process. And then third, let those who share blood with the lost souls of Taishima, so a descendant of people from Taishima, be the ones to offer appeasement.
Yeah, it's the still-tide mirror part that I'm really trying to unpack fully on what it... Because that also means that there's a sanctuary to go to actually do it. Do they have to dive and go into the island to go to the original sanctuary on Taishima? The one where the mermaids are being kept when they were alive?
That's a great question.
God.
It's really complicated.
So that's what happened. And that wraps it up. I got all the for beamed in my brain in a flash, and I still managed to present it in an enticing narrative. Huh? How amazing was that? Am I an author or not?
You're utterly astounding. Wow. Incredible.
Thank you so much, darling. Oh, this is just the story
The invasion of Taishima.
That all. So the three mermaids are there. While they know through the folklore eating the flesh of mermaid. Yeah. This is damn near
nephew.
word for word.
Yeah. It's just with a little more detail.
Receive messages from the gods and the island's sacred. And the island's a sacred sanctuary.
Sacred?
The island is a sacred sanctuary. Okay, I'm waiting in here for the words about a mirror.
Nope. So
I think
far,
I think it'll be closer to the sacrifice portion of it. Let's see if it's very far back. No. Bring it down the
Oh my God.
That's the creation of.
Yeah.
Oh, if you look at the bar on the right, we're halfway through this story.
Oh,
so.
dear.
Violent tremor racked the entire island, erasing all traces of existence. Two members, two islanders had successfully. A man named Somekawa,
Interesting.
who had been assigned the duty of protecting a relic important to the mermaids.
The relic must be the mirror, I'm assuming?
I'm wondering if that is the case. But then how would it have gotten back if Mare was trying to do that step of the process?
Because this was...
Okay. Let me go through this here. Princess Hatsune, after conducting an investigation, so it's cursed to sacred land, now sunk beneath. Okay, volunteered to sacrifice herself.
Oh,
this
okay,
is
no,
what
yeah.
I was thinking.
Also bring peace to the souls of the islanders who had looked after her during her time on Taishima. With her noble sacrifice, the storm at last died down, and peace was restored. But to the seas around the island, a bronze mirror in Princess Hatsune's possession at the time was imbued with power to serve as a talisman to calm raging waves, and was passed from person to person over the years, eventually making its way to Kameshima. Tsuchi Mikado Harukage was also able to seal the curse of the forsaken fish in the wooden accessory that Princess Hatsune had been wearing, turning it into a curse stone. Harukage used the resentful memories contained within the curse stone to create a record of the event, which we learn now, which he sealed within a heavily locked iron box before concealing it in a rock on the seabed. In the event of the curse, the raging waves have not abated even after 400 years. He made it so the seal on the rock would be lifted at the same time as the seal on the sacred land, so that the record of what had happened and the method of undoing the curse would make its way to future generations. Meanwhile, to protect the sacred land and the mermaids, Sumitaka ensured all records of Taishima were erased, so no mention of the island or the disaster that had befallen it would make its way to historical accounts. That's why it's not in any books or anything. He also concocted a tale in which Princess Hatsune had thrown herself down a well in defiance of political marriage in order to conceal her sacrifice. That's sad but smart. Afterwards, Kuki Yoshitaka, infuriated not only by his failure to obtain immortality, but also by the loss of his primary military force, murdered Sumitaka. Yeah, isn't Yoshitaka the one that tortured Hayase?
I believe so.
Yeah. Who opposed him to the very end and seized control of the Kuki clan in both name and nature. He had his vassals search the area around Taishima countless times after that, but it is said that they found neither the mermaids nor any trace of their existence, because it was hidden so well.
Yeah.
So that shows that the iron box with the seal is what we just found. That was step 1.
Yeah.
That was step 1. Step 2 is get the mirror. And then step 3 is for, the descendant to offer up everything to stop the curse of the raging waves.
Yeah. And then once again, we've got over here, showed until 5 years ago, with nothing but a grubby wooden box to rename. It has been living there ever since.
I think the mirror is in there.
That does raise an interesting question,
but then
though,
why
at this
is
point.
she so weird now?
Like, if she's got the wooden box that has the mirror...
Because she still occasionally works as an ama diver. But, people would recognize her. Oh, no, because she's in Toba. Never mind.
Yeah. Another question here becomes...
She left Kameshima. If this is who we think it is, she left Kameshima after everything happened and moved to Toba.
I think my main question here...
Yeah, see, about 5 years ago, when she, quote-unquote, would have died.
Yeah. My
But how
wonder...
did she live?
I mean, there could be a lot of things on that, but...
She could be an immortal for all we know. But she looks a little older now. Or she could just be, malnourished.
My main wonder is that if she is currently holding a wooden box, and that is the mirror, then what is the treasure that the family has been protecting on Kameshima that Tsuyu was going to show us?
Yeah, because
that would have been far separated by now.
Because the curse stone is addressed as the curse stone. The mirror is addressed as the mirror. Nothing has been tied with the word treasure yet.
No, and
which is interesting.
So what importance does it have that if this
treasure
is,
important to the mermaids?
Yeah, if this is Mare and, Tsuyu is even involved in in protecting all of this, then what exactly is that treasure that they are protecting, and why is it so important that they are protecting it?
Yeah. Because I don't think we learned about details of the treasure yet.
Nope, because we were going to go see it, and then everyone got fucking got. Including Yuza, so...
I'm assuming that's what we were going to see. But, how would we see...
Well, no, she said this... She was like, I'm finally going to show you the treasure our family's been protecting. Yeah.
But if this mystery woman who we think could be Mare has this box... No, it's a mirror we think she has, not the treasure.
Yeah.
But if it is the treasure that she has, then Gran couldn't have been wanting to show us that because there are different
That's
islands.
exactly what I was pointing out, is that they are two different things.
Yeah, so you think that Gran has the treasure, meanwhile Mom has the mirror.
And what I'm going to assume, and it's something that I was trying to figure out based off of the wording of what our man Avi
Again, we could be totally wrong, but this is what we're trying to figure out.
The wording of what Avi let out from his box memory, the little 3-step program that was there.
3-step program is crazy.
I think they had to go get the mirror. Because,
do you want to bring it up again?
Oh god, let me see if I can find exactly where it is in the files thing there. Tradition and history.
It would have been under the
invasion of Taishima. It was this giant fucking thing, right? Or was it?
No, it was a curse of the raging waves.
The raging waves curse thing at the bottom there.
Okay. First, thou must unbind my seal, risen from the depths, the iron box. That's what Avi did. Second, thou must offer the still-tied mirror bequeathed by the sacrifice to the sanctuary. In other words, the sacrifice meaning Hatsune.
Yeah.
Third, let those who share
offer the
blood with the lost souls of Taishima be the ones to offer appeasement. So a descendant has to be the one to do this, which leads me to believe that Mare was a descendant and she was trying to do it but failed.
It raises
because she didn't have the first step. That's why. Because we just now got the iron box up.
I don't see why that would be a like an actual requirement. I think it's just the fact that this is how you get the story.
Well,
This is how anyone would understand.
Yeah,
how
which
to do
is
it.
why she couldn't do it right.
I think the process went
Because
wrong
it says
somewhere else.
first you have to do that to do anything else. Which means now we have a way to do it if we figure out who the descendant is.
I think we might be taking that step too literally. I don't think that it is a requirement to actually unseal the Forsaken Fish first.
Performing the following steps would be enough to lift the curse completely. Which
Like I
means
said,
you have to do that.
I think the first part is the fact that once you have that, any person can figure out the rest. But we're not going anywhere by just talking here, so we just got to keep pushing forward. So let's keep talking about Taishima. I can all these story these files, so feel free to go over at your own pace. Oh, thank you.
Well, then why would the secret of having to find the thing be within the thing?
Well,
finding the box would be within the box.
Because the point was that it was being protected against from the extremely prying eyes of Yoshi so-and-so.
Yoshi so-and-so?
I can't remember the name because there were so many names there. But, like I said, I think the process probably went wrong somewhere else. Mari may not actually be a descendant, even though she may have believed that she was. It could have been a few things that went wrong there. But after Miss Suma found the metal box, you mean to tell me she died?
It is likely. If we consider that the curse of the Forsaken Fish had completely saturated the metal box after all that time.
Yeah.
Because we saw the spooky woogie shadows. It is likely already too late for her.
How horrible. Since she likely turned into a fish and died soon after, there's a high chance her transformed body will wash up on shore soon.
And lo and behold, a few days later, the police find it.
Okay, so we gotta talk to Girly Pop. Hey there.
Wait a second.
Is something wrong?
Avi, if someone is affected by the curse of the Forsaken Fish, the transformation starts at the feet and travels slowly up, yes?
I believe so, though it's hard to say for sure without witnessing it.
If it is true, then that may explain the true identity of the fish mermaids discovered in this area. It could have been the bodies of those who died in the middle of transforming due to the curse of the Forsaken Fish.
Oh, that's a convincing theory. Fish mermaids have been recorded as humans having only human heads or faces and appearing human just from the chest or shoulders up. The curse starts at the feet and travels upward. That would explain the variety of fish mermaids that have appeared.
The process is so painful that most die mid-transformation. Then the curse causes the corpse to rapidly wither, forming a fibrous mass.
Ah!
It may even be the true identity of your mermaid mummy. Oh, because it was like, it was...
Still, without analyzing it directly, there's no way to know for certain. But perhaps this is why the mermaid mummies originated in Japan are of such high quality.
Ooh, ooh. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Of course, this doesn't mean that all fish mermaids and mermaid mummies are authentic.
But it means there's a possibility.
Like a fibrous mass, meaning like it'd be impossible to tell if it's a real person or not.
Yeah.
Because if it loses all natural structure of a corpse, then like they can't tell if it's fake or not.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat. I like that detail. Any number of fish mermaids could actually be victims of this curse.
All right. Now, anything last about you about Taishima?
Yeah. Why'd you react that way, dude? Actually, just remember there were 2 points from your tale I wanted to discuss.
About the events 400 years ago?
My first point concerns the vassal who tortured the mermaid in an attempt to obtain immortality. If all he needed was the mermaid's flesh, what necessity would there be in torturing her?
Oh, that's true. It could mean that the vassal ate the mermaid's flesh but did not become immortal. So we tortured her to figure out why.
Oof.
Maybe we should ask you, sir?
As for the second observation, I have a theory about the area you described as the sanctuary. Could it possibly be referring to an entrance to Ryugu?
Ryugu.
It is sometimes also referred to as the eternal world or the world beyond. In some legends, mermaids are priestesses who serve under the ruler of Ryugu, the god of the sea.
I see. No, see! The sanctuary was actually an entrance to Ryugu. Then that could mean that the mermaids were not living on Taishima, but merely traveling there from Ryugu.
Because we learned about them traveling through back and forth. Yes, I believe that to be the case. It would also explain why the destruction of the sanctuary would inspire the fury of the god of the sea. To be honest, it's difficult to believe that the grudges of the inhabitants of Taishima would be enough to explain what happened. How could they possibly engender a curse powerful enough to sink an island and linger for more than 400 years? However, it is quite easy to believe that a curse from Ryugu can maintain such power. Yeah, a god? Yeah.
That also explains the necessity of a living sacrifice. Of course, one would be required to seal an entrance to Ryugu.
That's a very, entity, powerful deity type thing, is sacrifices.
Yeah. But if the entrance to Ryugu was sealed, what became of the two mermaids that fled Taishima?
I doubt Sobe and Nagame managed to return to Ryugu. I believe they have been living here in the human world for the past 400 years, waiting for the seal to be lifted. They just hid somewhere away from human eyes.
If that is true, then they've been successfully hiding for over 400 years.
Of course, if they were to hide themselves at the bottom of the sea, it'd be practically impossible to find them. It is also possible they've been wandering the globe rather than lingering in one place.
That could explain all the mermaid sightings around the world. They could all be these same two.
All this discussion of hiding made me realize something.
What is it?
The mirror. Do you recall the story Mr. Ikoma told us yesterday of the mermaid who became human?
Are you suggesting she decided to join human society because she could not return to Ryugu?
It's a possibility we should consider.
But that occurred only a few decades ago. Why would she decide to become human just before the seal was released?
Perhaps her circumstances changed. We can only speculate on the motivations of someone who has lived for centuries. It is possible she did not feel compelled, but decided to become human out of her own desire.
Could she have met someone she wanted to live a mortal life with? Like in The Little Mermaid?
Mare?
Yeah?
That is certainly possible, and quite romantic too.
I'll have to write this down. It could make a solid novel.
Careful, you don't want copyright. I just realized something.
What is it?
You heard about this mermaid from the descendant of the Taishima survivor, yes?
That's correct. I feel it's only right that we are informed of the things we learned. We'd love to talk to her. We're quite curious about this mermaid treasure too.
Yeah.
It's been passed down to them through the
Still
generations.
don't know anything about it.
I understand. I'll probably drop by her place later anyway, since I also have to handle the matter with Miss Suma. I'll discuss it with her then. Thanks, that'd be great! That said, in return of a favor to ask of you...
Oh boy, what do you want?
Go ahead, we will do whatever we can. You said that seal over the entrance to Ryugu has been lifted. Is that correct?
Yes, it has most likely been gone for several months now.
Oh, really?
A horrible curse has been swirling around the area where Taishima used to be. It's possible that the curse is the curse of the raging waves, and it surged up from Ryugu once more now that the seal has been lifted. The fact that we were able to open the metal box is proof enough that the seal has faded.
That would mean the entrance to Ryugu is now open.
Okay, so the first step happened on its own.
Yeah.
Okay, that settles that. Well, the situation's quite unstable now, what with the curse of the raging waves seeping in through the entrance.
At any rate, what do you want us to do? There's an island called Kameshima that is located quite close to where Taishima once was. There's something I would like you to do for me there. This request does in fact have some relation to our current conversation. Oh?
And I guess that's how they ended up in Kameshima now. Night. They're still in Toba. Wait. They're in Toba right now.
Yeah.
That's where Mara is.
Yes.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, remember we also technically encountered Cersei when we now know that Ave got away with the woman that they were trying to find again.
Ave?
The investigation.
Who's that?
Avi. Sorry.
Wait, what?
Avi is us.
No, I know, but what are you talking about involving him?
So when we were the police investigators, Soto and the other woman who I can't remember,
The housewife.
the housewife, we had seen Mare,
Yes.
the one we believe is Mare, and we were trying to go back to her.
Uh-huh.
But instead we found Cersei, and she was holding us up because she was like, the two of them are getting away, so it's no problem to me anymore. Because Avi had snatched up Mare and were taking her to the island.
Oh, they got her?
I mean, that was what was alluded to in that scene.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Now then, Avi.
Hmm?
We decided to tell Ikoma everything, but I know there is some information you kept from him.
Oh, did I?
Yes, something from the mermaid's memories. The real way to obtain immortality.
That's right. I see no reason to inform him about it. After all, no matter what he may say about torch attractions, this guy's also after immortality. I saw him straighten up when you talked about the mermaid being tortured because her captor required more than her flesh for immortality.
Are you sure? I thought his goal, even if he had one, was to quell the curse of the raging waves.
Perhaps there's that too. He even asked us to go to Kameshima to find the still tide mirrors in his stead. You did mention lifting the curse required of the mirror as well as the help of the Taishima descendant, right?
There was also something about lifting a seal first, but I don't know what that part's all about.
Well, I see no harm in calling the curse, so I say we continue to cooperate for now.
They were just talking about a seal being lifted already. Agreed, though I do wish we did not have to approach Kameshima at all. The evil atmosphere is nauseating, so I guess we were wrong about that too. Never mind. I thought we had more answers.
Wait, so hold on, what? Because maybe I'm just kind of what are we wrong on here?
Because remember we thought that the seal lifting, which is like over time, which is about like Ryugu and all that. Remember we thought we were like, oh, I guess that was step one. It already happened, but if that were the case, they wouldn't be talking about how they don't about lifting a seal, but they don't know what that part's all about. So
yeah, but
unless they didn't come to the same conclusion we did.
I mean, my
it's just all so complicated.
They love doing that to us. I'm gonna go down over here.
It's information overload.
I mean, this part does sound, because it's from the depths with the iron box. Well, with the iron, but well, that could be the curse, but it's also, oh god, we'll just need more answers to keep going.
Because like we opened the box that had a seal based on directions, because that's not a normal way to close a box.
Yeah.
Like that scientifically cannot be done.
But it could also be the fact that by using with, it's something that happened at the same time as the iron box occurred. Because, they mentioned that, a few months ago there was the earthquake, which is when things really started to go awry. And I wonder if at some point someone intervened and that was the first seal that broke. That, because the trap with the rock was made so that when the iron box would come up, meant that it was
the
time
what
for
with the rock?
The box with the curse stone.
No, you said the trop.
Well, I mean, I'm just wordsing here, but
What's a trop?
but the box with the curse stone was placed under/with a rock, so that
it was in a rock.
Yeah, but it was with the purpose that when the pathway to Ryugu opened back up, when that was unsealed, that the box would be revealed to help with the fact that they have to deal with that again fully.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, I think the seal, a few months ago someone interfered with it and essentially enacted step one.
Okay.
That's my thought. But however, there is the possibility that Ikuma actually has his eyes set on the mermaids in Ryugu.
You expanded on something that I was just bringing up in passing and went on a whole lecture about it.
It's possible he may be searching for mermaids like us. Suppose that discussion can wait for later. Just must find the treasure that the survivor managed to slip out of Taishima.
All of your theories are just making the actual information more confusing to me. You mean the treasure required in addition to mermaid flesh when attempting to gain immortality?
Fascinating. Yes, it's a treasure known as the tamatebako. Mermaid flesh has to be put inside and purified by it to have any effect.
Oh, so we do know about the treasure.
Well, they know, apparently. But
by we, I mean them.
So provided that one has both the flesh of a human mermaid and the tamatebako, then immortality is indeed attainable. Boom!
Did he really just say boom? Oh.
Okay.
I think that's what maybe Mare was holding.
Maybe.
And by maybe Mare, I mean she might be Mare, not maybe she was holding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, no, I got you. A similar box has made appearances to the tale of the Urashitaros, the box given by the Epiphany protagonist in Otahime, leading to its name becoming widely known. The box is filled with spiritual energy.
I'm sorry to get a headache.
A lot of information. The objects
it's too much. It's overwhelming.
In the same state they would be within Ryugu. As said, the mermaids used the box to bring objects from Ryugu with them when they would otherwise have been unable to transport to the material world.
I'm starting to dissociate and not absorb any of this information.
This game is leaning a lot heavier into the files than even the first game did that I recall. Also, what I'm saying,
just so the audience knows, I am not criticizing the game. I am just expressing my own mental incapabilities.
Though, I am saying that for those that want to, it is a fair criticism. Like I said, I don't remember the first game leaning so heavily on needing you to read files back and forth over and over again like this.
It is so
They've
much.
almost led into it being more of a gameplay mechanic than it was in the first one.
They even did that flash of showing Osato and all that.
Yeah.
I don't remember something like that happening before. Maybe it did.
It's starting to become a bit too much and feels kind of daunting to have to go back and forth all this to get all the information that's going on in there to try and solve the mystery yourself.
Personally, it's just so overwhelming to me. My brain can't handle all of this, man.
Okay.
I'm trying though. I'm trying so hard.
All right. But we've got that.
Is anyone else watching also having trouble following all this? I would love to know that I'm not the only one.
Well, let's just keep going a tiny bit more.
Comment down below if you are also having trouble following everything.
Yeah.
If we could meet the Taishima descendant, they could probably provide us with information on the tamatebako.
I concur. If we get our hands on the tamatebako, we wouldn't have to worry about Ikoma. It's like they're just wary of us and will keep us from meeting the descendant.
There's also so many names to keep track of.
Uh-huh.
At the very least, we know he's cautious enough to keep her name secret. Well, that's why I asked him to hand her our little souvenir.
What was that about anyway? You sure we're not going to need that iron box?
I doubt we'll need it again. Plus, you can think of it as a backup plan.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of what happens, we'll be able to meet with the descendant tomorrow.
Oh wait, let's get our hands on the mermaid treasure. Time to find a tamatebako.
Okay. So did we hand over just the iron box?
Just the iron box.
And we kept the stone?
Yeah, because the stone is our curse that we bear.
Yeah.
We just handed over the box.
Okay.
Which I imagine that she's probably going to use for dousing because it has the energy that seeped into it.
Oh, the iron box?
Yeah, so she's going to use that to keep track of
But no, because we handed it over.
Yeah, but she has her dousing method. She can use that
to keep track of it, like a GPS.
Because that way she has the energy she knows now and can use that to douse and track him around.
Got it.
So, now they're finally starting to line up with certain things here. Very good. But, we're going to go ahead
I'm so mentally tired.
Hunt down the tamatebako and get that family treasure and keep pushing towards all these other keys to stuff next time.
Oh boy, this who knew that Barnum's line of history and discovery and adventuring would be so informative. That's a nice way to put it.
I don't think that was nearly as bad as Cersei's lore dump the other day.
I'm saying this is Barnum's, like, route, quote unquote. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's
Oh boy.